Hello tout le monde, c'est Damonage. J'espère que vous allez bien. Donc aujourd'hui... Oh, mais je me fais bloquer par un banc. Aujourd'hui on continue d'avancer dans Genshin. Donc la dernière fois on avait vu la Shogun, on l'avait vaincue. Grâce à Yamiko, hein, bien sûr. Beaucoup grâce à Yamiko. Et donc on a pu lui poser quelques questions. Elle nous a dit ta prochaine étape en gros ce sera Sumeru. Mais en attendant, il faut qu'on fasse cette quête-là. Donc, on l'a fait. Voilà.
Hi there! You must be Yuehoi, right? We've been sent by the Adventurers Guild.
Ah, great. Good to meet you. Yes, I was the one who posted that commission. Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. Are you a famous adventurer or something?
C'est un peu compliqué, mais tranquille.
All right, then. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Yuehue, a miner, and I received a mining permit for the chasm just recently. I have a handful of other guys in my crew.
Seriously? They actually give permits out for the chasm?
Yes, the folks over at Yujing Terrace finally came to their senses and are now allowing a limited amount of ore mining near the surface. We were among the first to gain approval. But some things have happened recently that put all the miners on edge.
Really? What happened? We haven't heard anything.
So, it's hard to say exactly how big of an issue it is. Could be something, could be nothing. The main thing is that it's just very strange. While one of the miners was on a break, he suddenly noticed a few hilly trolls walking his way. They seemed like they were in a daze or something. They walked right by him without giving him a single glance. They just made a beeline for the depths of the chasm. After that, the miner started observing his surroundings more closely and noticed the same thing happening time and time again.
Are the hilly trolls just curious? Maybe they just want to take a peek inside.
Not likely. The strange part is that in all the time this miner's been watching the hilly trolls, he's never seen any of them come back out. It seems to be a one-way trip. Once the hilly trolls go in, they never emerge again. And it seems to be happening more and more frequently as of late.
Okay.
What are these hilly trolls up to? What happens to them after they go inside? Is there a disaster brewing? These are the kinds of thoughts going through the guys' heads now. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Paimon's not surprised. Paimon feels spooked just hearing about it.
Ça doit être étrange, en effet.
Exactly. The deepest fear is the fear of the unknown, you know? So we have to get to the bottom of it before everyone can put their minds at rest.
Do we really want to take this commission? Thanks, Mr. Miner, sir. We need to consider it first.
T'inquiète, on s'en charge.
You can at least pretend to consider Paimon's opinion first.
Je soupçonne l'orbe de l'abîme d'avoir un lien avec tout ça.
Oh, so that's where you're coming from. Well, okay then. Maybe we will find some clues about your twin. You'll really regret it if you don't go, huh?
Oui.
So, what's your verdict? Will you take the commission? No pressure, but I gotta say, I'm not loving the prospect of my mining permit going to waste.
Yep, we'll take it. We're kinda curious ourselves now, too.
Great. You're doing me an enormous service here. Now, let me give you the rough location that the hilly trolls keep heading to.
Alors il faut savoir que j'ai quand même un petit peu avancé dans les mines. C'est-à-dire que ça va quoi. Je suis plus avancée dans les mines que dans les mondes de dragons, si vous voulez. Genre j'ai vraiment bien avancé, je trouve. Où est-ce qu'il veut qu'on aille? Mais je crois qu'il veut qu'on aille vraiment dans le trou qu'on a fait là. Donc ce qui est bien, c'est que j'ai quand même pas mal avancé, ce qui veut dire que j'ai débloqué tout le trou, j'ai plus besoin de faire ça. Enfin, j'ai pas besoin de le faire avec vous, genre d'arrêter l'enregistrement, de le faire, ou je sais pas quoi. Je me rappelle plus exactement comment ça se passait, mais c'était pas horriblement compliqué, c'était juste très long. Mais je crois pas qu'il y avait de combat, je crois pas que... Enfin, ça va. Ça va. C'était juste, vous savez, des piliers à faire remonter ou descendre, ou je sais plus trop ce qu'il fallait faire, mais... Mais voilà quoi, c'était pas ultra compliqué, c'était juste... juste très long quoi. Hop là, je sais pas si je vais devoir sauter. Mais je crois que c'est plus ou moins ce que j'avais fait. Eh, voilà, de toute façon ça me TP. Ça me TP à l'intérieur du gouffre du coup. Hop là. C'est loin ou pas? 1000 mètres. Hop. Ouais, ce qui fait que du coup, genre, bon, je l'ai pas complètement fini, mais ce qui veut dire que j'ai quand même la plupart, si ce n'est tous les points de TP qui étaient accessibles. J'ai collecté la plupart des petits trucs de ça là. Euh, donc ça va quoi. Je n'arrive pas avec aucune ressource. Oula.
Is this where that miner guy wanted us to investigate? Just look at this place. Doesn't it remind you of something? Wait, what was it again?
La statue
Yes,
profanée.
that's it! It's just like that. Just as strange, just as upside down, and just as spooky. In which case, maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order. Oh, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Oh?
Dis donc, ça faisait longtemps toi. Dainself. Je me rappelle plus si on l'avait combattu. Enfin, si on était contre lui ou avec lui. Je me rappelle plus, je vous avoue. Dainself,
The
qu'est-ce que
feeling
tu
is
fais là?
mutual. I certainly hadn't expected to meet you here either.
Long time no see, Dane. Wait, but how did you suddenly end up here in the chasm?
The chasm? So we're in the depths of the chasm, are we? Interesting. This is one place where I have never set foot before.
Ok. J'ai beaucoup de questions à vous poser,
I
monsieur.
understand how you must feel. Last time we met suddenly and parted hastily. Now our paths cross again. Fate, it seems, owes you an explanation.
C'était quoi ce portail là?
That much should be self-explanatory. I came upon the trail of another Abyss Herald recently and began pursuing it. Unfortunately, I got as far as cornering him before he resorted to the same trick that they all do. I was hot on his heels when I followed him through the portal, but as usual, it was to no avail. It took me to the wrong place.
Ça veut dire que la dernière fois, vous avez traversé un portail? Oui, parce que la dernière fois où on l'a vu et où il a traversé un portail, c'est quand il a poursuivi le mec qui était avec notre frère en fait. Donc ça veut dire qu'il a vraiment pas réussi à le rattraper.
Correct. Based on my recent experiences, I can only conclude that the Abyss's portals are not simply pathways from point A to point B, but gateways to an entire network. Where they emerge on the other side is their choice. It can be anywhere within the network.
Sounds kinda similar to how teleport waypoints work.
Hmm.
In short, though I was right behind your twin last time when I entered that portal, the next moment that I realized where I was all alone, back in the ruins known as Storm Terror's lair.
Ok.
Oh, yeah! About that! Whatever happened to the Eye of the First Field Tiller?
It's in a safe place. You can be sure that I will learn the truth of the Loom of Fate operation sooner than it could ever fall into the Abyss Order's hands.
Dites-moi qui t'es là.
So that title stuck in your memory. I by no means went out of my way to conceal it from you. It once stood for the glory of Kanria, but now it is but a cruel joke. My curse to bear. Twilight Sword was my title as captain of the Royal Guards when I witnessed the destruction of my entire homeland firsthand. I believe my reluctance to raise it in conversation is quite justified.
Sounds like your brother was right.
À propos de mon frère, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé entre vous
We were
deux?
travel partners. We both partook in a painful journey of searching for our fate. But regrettably, we did not make it to the journey's end together.
La destination du voyage, c'était quoi?
Before you continue questioning me, I ought to warn you. If my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct, then the fact that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order has their eyes on this location.
You mean the Abyss Order is plotting something here? Actually, Paimon and the Traveler suspected that too.
I mean that it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every move.
Super.
Don't say that! You're giving Paimon goosebumps.
Commençons par mener l'enquête.
A wise choice. There appears to be light from a fire coming from near that rocky wall. Let's take a look.
Allez. C'est y part. Je peux pas le taper.
There are signs of hilly churl activity here. Could these be the hilly churls the requester was talking about?
Requester? In fact, hold on. You still haven't told me what you're doing here. I doubt that most travelers would have any reason to venture down this way.
We took a commission from the Adventurers Guild to investigate the chasm. Apparently a whole load of hilly churls have been gathering here, and the requester wants to know why. And now it looks like we finally found our first clue.
Do you want the answer?
Huh? You mean you know something about this?
As it happens, I do.
Y a-t-il un rapport avec cette
It's
cité?
understandable that you did not perceive anything unusual. What makes this place so strange is that the environment here weakens the effect of the curse.
The curse? Oh, Paimon remembers. Last time you guys were saying that Kanria's people were cursed to immortality or something.
For centuries, I have suffered daily from the curse that was laid upon me. But here, I suddenly feel a small amount of relief from this suffering. And right here, right now, I can feel my body sending a strong message to me. It is telling me, stay.
So, this place weakens the curse? That's pretty incredible. But how?
That I shall need to investigate. But to the best of my knowledge, the Abyss Order does not have the technology to achieve this.
Ok.
Indeed. Do you know why Hilichurls wear masks?
Non, je sais pas.
It's to
J'avoue.
hide their appearance, lest they catch sight of their reflection in a body of water. Compared to how they remember themselves, it is a terrible sight to behold. One that causes them great despair.
Les
The
Bruticulinus sont
curse of
aussi...
immortality denies death to those afflicted with it. And yet, it does not truly mean that they will never die.
So, you mean there's a way to undo it?
No. I mean that the body and soul will continue to be eroded until they are virtually non-existent, even if death is not the form that this erosion takes. When the Hilichurls realize that the end is nigh for them, It seems their instinct is to seek out a calm and dark corner of the world, in which to finally say goodbye to the centuries of suffering they have endured.
Mhm.
And of all the places they could lay down to rest, one that can ease the effects of their curse would surely be their first choice.
Wow. That's so...
Conversation's over. Brace yourselves.
What is it?
We're
Ok.
under attack.
Donc en fait, c'est un cimetière de Bruticolinus. Oh putain!
Someone needs assistance. The fuse is lit.
Et l'autre, il peut pas nous aider, quoi. Il a disparu.
Judgment. I must leave no stone unturned.
Mais vous êtes qui?
Time for a light show. What were those? And why did they attack us all of a sudden?
Hmm.
Black Serpent Knights. They once belonged to the Royal Guard of Canria.
Wait a second. Royal Guard? So, they used to be your troops?
Yes, they were. But now, the curse engulfs them, and they fight with none of the honor they once had.
Because they've become pawns of the Abyss now?
Let's continue on.
Ok.
Wait! Dane!
Ok. On va se taper.
Seems we missed one.
C'est le gros chef, ça, non?
Wait, stand down. There's something different about this one.
Ah, ok.
It's disappeared.
What the heck? What was going on with that one? Was it trying to say something?
How is this possible? How could he have retained self-awareness for 500 years without it? But more importantly, why did he seem so familiar?
Ouais, il nous cache des trucs, lui. Peut-être qu'il vous a reconnu.
That would be a miraculous outcome indeed for a cataclysm that brought total doom and destruction. Or perhaps it was just a coincidence. We should press onward to the city.
Ok. Mais c'est vrai que j'avais pas remarqué que c'était une ville à l'envers. Genre là, on avait combattu je sais plus quoi là, mais j'avais pas remarqué que c'était une ville à l'envers. Je suis pas observé. Encore un épisode de parlotte aujourd'hui, hein, mais je sens que quand on fait que des quêtes principales, les quêtes d'argent, bah ça parlotte tout le temps. Je suis un peu désolée, hein, du
Looks
coup,
like
mais...
there's a strange energy surrounding the city. We can't go any further. Guess there should be a mechanism or something around here, right? Traveler, looks like it's time to get into ruin exploring mode.
Ouais, on dirait que c'est l'heure de résoudre une
Don't
énigme.
waste your time. Canria's technology, abyssal power. Two things I couldn't be more familiar with. They're just cheap tricks to me.
Okay, so the Abyss Order really is trying to hide something here, right? Dan seems like he really understands what's going on here. No wonder the Abyss Order doesn't want him around.
Ah, donc, est-ce que... Y a-t-il entre la cité renversée et Kenria?
Not necessarily. The closer we draw, the more I am inclined to conclude that these ruins belong to a more ancient civilization still. The Abyss Order simply got to them before anyone else.
Even older than Kanria? Whoa. Paimon can't even imagine back that far.
That said, the architecture here does somewhat resemble that of Kanria. At least, it would if it were the other way up.
Oui, bah bien
Let's
sûr.
head toward the light over there. Mind your footing on the way ahead. It's a long way down.
Ok. Bon, en gros, j'imagine que c'est un peu une sorte de visite du gouffre, si vraiment tu y as pas été. T'es en mode bonjour, voilà. Ah bah super, faut tabasser des gens.
Black Serpent Knights! Is this where they're based? Or wait, are they guarding something here?
Mhm.
We are likely drawing near to whatever the Abyss Order is trying to hide. Let's take them out first.
Super.
Leave it all to me.
Fini de le tuer lui pour commencer. Ah, le fils de...
Oh, fizzled out.
Mais putain. Ils étaient où? Ils étaient là, puis on est remonté comme ça, je crois. Oh là là. Ah, il y a un panorama ici, mais j'ai l'impression que ça fait 6 fois que je le prends, ce panorama là. Je sais pas par où on passe. On passe par en dessous là, puis après... Oui, ça a l'air d'être ça. Donc en fait, il aurait mieux fallu que je prenne le TP du milieu, mais c'est pas grave. On va essayer de viser la branche là pour y retourner un peu plus facilement. Non, c'est bon, ça passe, ok.
Is this where they're based?
We are likely
Bon, on recommence et on va se mettre côté mur hein,
I
pour
must
pas
leave no
tomber.
stone unturned.
Ah, en plus oui, bah oui, il remonte. Chupette. Hop, tiens, prends ça.
Time to clean up. Steady as stone.
Super. Oui, il y en a un hydro et un cryo, donc forcément ça me gèle toutes les 2 secondes.
Fire hazard.
Et puis lui, il a son bouclier là.
Leave it all to me.
C'est toi qui vas tomber dans le trou là, mon gars, faut se reculer.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Voilà.
Vines! You should be able to climb up, right?
On peut escalader les plantes grimpantes là. Ok. Hop.
Oh no! More black serpent knights!
Oh là là. D'accord.
Huh? They're not coming after us. Are they just trying to scare us off? Huh. These knights seem like they're hiding something behind them.
Bah, des Bruticolinus.
Hold on, I think they...
Ok.
They're coming! Quick, get them!
Et l'autre, il est pas du tout en stress, quoi. C'est ça qui me tue le plus, je pense.
Judgment! Everybody stand back! Steady as stone. Time for a light show!
Ok.
The fuse is lit! That was
Ok.
the last of them. Now, let's see what it was they were trying to hide.
Bah, des Bruticolinus en train de crever. Si je comprends bien. Mais donc, du coup, ce serait genre des gens à la base qui, contre une vie éternelle, se transforment un peu et deviennent moches. Et donc, du coup, ils utilisent des masques. C'est ça, hein? Si j'ai bien compris l'histoire.
Huh? What's this?
So, the Black Serpent Knights have nothing to do with the Abyss Order's secret. Huh. I should have guessed.
So, what exactly is going on with these hilly churls?
As I said, for these hilly churls, the end is nigh.
Des Bruticolinus qui viennent pour passer leur dernier
They
jour.
have grown old and fearful of the light, even become one with the darkness. And yet the curse continues to corrode them.
But why would the Black Serpent Knights want to stay here and guard them?
Hmm. Encore.
More of them are closing in!
Nous n'avons pas de raison de nous battre, en vrai. Le chef.
It's him! The guy that came out of nowhere and disappeared again! And now they're retreating! Did he just order them to do that?
Arrête, Paimon, de dire des banalités,
Half-dead.
là.
Whoa, whoa! What? You recognize him?
Could it be? If it's as I suspect, then this is a truly tragic state of affairs.
Dane?
Mhm.
You want to know why they were gathered here guarding the hilly churls, don't you?
Bah ouais.
It's because as far as the Black Serpent Knights are concerned, they're simply doing their duty. The one who ordered them to retreat just now, I suddenly recognized him. I knew him as a young man, an elite in the royal guard of old. His name is Halfdan.
Mhm.
So, he's from 500 years ago, too?
To this day, I still remember the final orders I, the Twilight Sword, gave to Halfdan on the day of disaster in Kanria, before I made haste back to the palace. Inform all Black Serpent Knights to protect the people of Kanria at all costs. Because we, of
Okay.
course, were royal guards. But this would mean nothing in the events that followed. Royals, gentry, common folk. These identities made no difference. Against the might of the gods, The only identity that mattered was being from Kanria.
Ok.
These Black Serpent Knights have lost their intellect, but perhaps, in whatever remains of their minds, they are still protecting the people of Kanria.
Et donc du coup
If
le
you
nouveau
see
peuple...
these ruins as Kanria in the throes of disaster,
Ouais.
and these Hilichurls as the people crying for help, then suddenly I can make sense of what I'm hearing. Their growls are less of a threat and more of a warning.
Then, what are they saying?
Though it is barely discernible, I can just about make it out. They keep repeating a word from the old language of Kanria.
Il
Run.
s'adressait pas à nous, mais il disait aux Bruticolonius derrière eux de fuir en fait.
Even I have to admit, the fact their will is strong enough to survive 500 years of erosion. It is nothing short of a miracle, born from hopelessness.
Oh, so Paimon had them all wrong.
It doesn't matter. Even I took them for enemies for a moment. Let's keep heading toward the light at the top. I believe the Black Serpent Knights will no longer try to stop us.
Ok, et bah moi je vous propose qu'on s'arrête là. Parce que ça fait déjà à peu près 30 minutes. Que j'en peux plus. J'ai passé la journée à tourner des vidéos. J'espère que tout ça, ça vous a plu. Si c'est le cas, n'hésitez vraiment pas à mettre un petit like, un petit commentaire. Et puis abonnez-vous pour surtout pas louper la suite. D'autant plus que là, au moment où vous voyez cette vidéo, c'est ma dernière semaine de stage. Je suis partie 1 mois. Là, je vous filme tout ça avant d'être partie, juste avant d'être partie en stage, en fait, histoire que vous ayez au moins des vidéos pour toutes ces semaines où je suis pas là. Déjà parce que je vais pas forcément avoir le temps de filmer, mais en plus, une fois là-bas, dans leur logement de stagiaire, en fait, je n'aurai pas accès à Internet. Donc un peu compliqué pour mettre en ligne des vidéos, vous voyez, même pour
Have
jouer,
you
en
ever
vrai.
kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Mais taisez-vous, madame, je vais vous mettre sur les succès. Pour vous expliquer. Donc voilà, donc en gros, je pars en stage pendant à peu près... Enfin, je suis partie en stage pendant à peu près 1 mois. Là, on est au moment où vous voyez cette vidéo, on est la dernière semaine de mon stage. Mais donc du coup, pour la semaine prochaine, je ne suis pas sûre que vous aurez un épisode le jeudi à 17h. Je pense qu'il faudra peut-être attendre la semaine encore d'après, parce qu'il me faudra certainement une pause pour me remettre de tout ça. Enfin, voilà quoi, pour revivre dans mon train-train quotidien, reprendre les vidéos et tout. Parce que, enfin, voilà quoi, j'aurais pas pu de toute façon filmer là-bas. J'aurais mes week-ends chez moi, chez mes parents, avec internet et tout, mais je pense qu'une fois rentrée chez moi, j'aurais, entre guillemets, autre chose à penser et à faire que faire des vidéos. Donc voilà. Donc vous inquiétez pas si la semaine prochaine il n'y a pas de vidéo, c'est entre guillemets normal, c'est juste qu'il me faut un peu de temps pour m'y remettre. Voilà, en tout cas là visiblement on a une quête qui a l'air de prendre un petit peu de temps et qui va nous... Enfin voilà quoi, donc ça devrait aller. Et puis de toute façon après on va... Merde, on va faire ça en fait certainement pour aller à Sumeru. Donc voilà, en attendant on fait ça. Puis ça la prochaine fois parce que quand cette quête là sera finie ça nous déclenchera celle-là. Donc voilà, pas d'inquiétude sur ça, surtout de mon côté. Mais voilà, donc n'hésitez pas à vous abonner parce qu'il y aura peut-être pas d'épisode la semaine prochaine, mais il y en aura très certainement la semaine d'après. Donc voilà, et d'ici la prochaine fois, que ce soit la semaine prochaine ou la semaine d'après, prenez soin de vous et portez-vous bien. Bye!